Kill. Okay, here we go. The new and improved Jax. The Jax where you press your R button and stuff actually happens.
Yes.
Oh, it's incredible.
He's got a lantern and he's going to use it. He can also fish a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit of fishing.
Might pick up a gold or two right before the laning phase. I think this Gnar pick could have the alternative to the Gnar here for D plus Gia. I almost did it.
Yeah.
Was
catch.
To go for a strong side laning champion so that you have a really amazing 1-3-1 with that bot prio that you're going to have, where Elise is diving Zeri repeatedly, setting up those cocoons. Not always going to be enough against that Maokai ultimate.
Exactly right. Let's hop onto the Rift here for game number 1. Docdom and Beryl not going to find him there. Of course, Canyon hadn't actually wrapped around just yet. He's now biding his time. They have moved up pretty far. In comes Canyon now. Let's see whether this first gank is going to work out. The Ardent Blaze thrown out.
Docdom knows just how far he could push the issue here. Is Canyon will not just let this blue buff go. He's going to make something out of this.
Oh, nicely secured there by Croco, but still, Canyon looking for a little bit more. Managing to get the Wolves to body block for him? Sees a tree. He's one with the forest. Docdom down towards his bottom side, trying to stave them off. Canyon will still be able to steal all of Croco's stuff if he wants to, in range of experience. But when you're talking about mid lane being in range of experience, you know that something's going pretty horribly wrong. We'll see whether Croco can help it out here as he's going to rotate over. There's a Twisted Advance. Showmaker, he may have overextended here. No more Twisted Advance going to be available, and there it is. Sapling that he prepared earlier.
Croco shakes his head, too.
Cool, Croco.
Yeah, this is going to make those hit a little bit harder if anyone walks through those. Here we go.
Yep, not going to quite find the mark here as now Fate has a cat with him. That's going to be a steal, though, from Canyon. He can just walk it out if he wants to, but he doesn't have to. There's the flash now. Rascal is going to be picked up for D plus Kia's first kill. And they'll be able to walk this one off as well. Just stealing. Make sure that they steal it away and also grab themselves a kill. Now finds the cocoon as well. Final chapter comes down, but it can't go in every direction. And Docdom is dead. Beryl is just going to be left to the wolves or the spiders or the people or the mermaids. All the things down there towards that bottom side. D plus Kia well and truly on the board now, Wolf.
And, I mean, this is what you could do with the Elise plus Nami. There's a lot of pushing lanes right to the Ashe Varus. It works well with Elise too, but with Nami, you get that bubble as, oh no.
Okay, max range cocoon. This is what we remember from the Elise gaming. However, they're not going to be able to secure the kill onto Fate. He will have to go home. Flash is now burnt as well.
And the Drake is up.
Yeah. Oh, there's the culling.
Just pushing them off of more minions.
Out. Not a lot of summoner spells left remaining here for the DRX bottom lane. Canyon smells it in the water. But immediately he's going to be found out. Rascal, oh my goodness, that boomerang very, very close. Probably wouldn't have been enough to kill. But still, Canna, fantastic work here towards this top side still. Yet to put together his Trinity Force, but getting pretty close. Is now Croco in a bit of trouble. Cocoon's going to miss, but there's the bubble. Final chapter coming on. Here, the double tap's enough. And Depth picks up the kill on Docdom. Fight not quite over just yet, especially here towards the top side as Rascal is going to get solo kill. No, oh, so close. But Canna reigns supreme.
Akana just out of range of the turret. Just barely out of range of the turret. If he's under turret aggro there, he dies, but he doesn't.
His flash. DRX now trying to deny soul point here from D plus Kia, and it is going to be secured. Canna now does have a full Nava, gets everyone into the wall, dives on top. I thought he was just dead, but instead they're going to be able to take down DRX. Rascal is chasing after Showmaker. Prowling projectile there. He had a barrel alongside him, and so they're not going to be able to get out scot-free, but still.
The Rift Herald's still walking. That's about it.
And also, it's Canna with that big play. But speaking of big plays, in comes Fate. Weaver's Wall now out. Ooh, doesn't get the flick. Deft able to get out of the way of that one. Still has his flash as well as Fate's just dead. He turns it immediately. Beryl takes a lot of damage, but he's going to be able to get out. Now Rascal trying to fight this one. Canyon goes too deep. Def now having to flash to dash away. Gets over the wall with a relentless pursuit from this Lucian. Tidal wave to come through. Rascal gets knocked up. Fate as well in a bit of trouble. Aqua Prison's fantastic, but no one to follow up on it. Canna has so close to a Mega Gnar, and there it is, straight into the wall. But he may still have overextended, but no. There is just too much healing available. The Nami catches up in time, and they lock down Fate. DRX now on the wrong side of the rift. Jax goes down first. Now 3 left remaining. A tree, a Zeri, and a cat on a book. And I don't think they have anywhere to go, Wolf. Here's the flash, Twisted Advance. Croco wanting to take matters into his own hands, but he has none available anymore. They're in the death chamber along with the rest of him.
Tidal wave is perfect, bubble is good, and Kana's just building an R-bar. Meanwhile,
Yeah, well, there is going to be yet another kill. This was Rascal coming in for what he thought could have been potentially a miracle steal or something like that, I guess. And from that point on was able to assert his dominance. Speaking of which, they're going to go for it. Here he gets flung back. Caster Curse immediately comes out from Atlas, but the answer is there from D+ Kia. Croco going to be the sacrifice. Showmaker taking his Baron buff back to the mid lane.
Showmaker just got so much AP, he's ripping this turret apart. We'll try to realm warp.
Yeah, he does get shoved back, so he's not going to be realm warping anywhere, but oh my goodness, Doctor might just die. What is that shield, Showmaker? That is absurd! The Zeri goes down, Rascal to follow! And yeah, that's why Ryze's 100% presence, I guess, that was illegal. They're able to get over walls. Doctor, so he's going to be able to do that. Now just a full culling.
There's the
He's going to be thrown in. Fate is well and truly dead, but can they get more from this? And by more, I mean, are they just going to tidy up the Nexus? I think the answer might be yes, as Canner's here towards the top side, just needs an auto or two. There's the flash out, nicely done. Cannon now just going to be fighting against the turret. Not sure what's going to happen there or whether it even matters, because we're fighting players with a naked Nexus. And D+ Kia are going to be able to finish game one. What a statement here, straight out the gate. Yeah, but Def did a lot of the boom boom, as our friend Valdez would say. Plenty of boom boom damage. Of course, that's how Lucian works in this composition. We've seen this.
Play had happened in a finals. I feel like it would be in the top 5 plays of League of Legends of all time, potentially. Everyone would know. But it happened in a non-critical game, so no one remembers it. But
yeah.
Anyway, we got the victor here. That's Fate's lock-in here, both lanes.
Exactly right. But here we are, onto the Rift for game number 2. Beryl with his life just a little bit. Heal is going to be thrown out here. Flash forward from Beryl. Man, they are playing some aggressive League of Legends here towards the bottom side, but it's going to bite him in the backside. Beryl goes down. First blood goes to Kellen.
It's such a Beryl move right there. You can see the blood in the water. He's like, I can pull this off. We have the ignite.
Oh, Canyon.
Oh, this is
Canyon.
rough.
He read him like a book. And Croco's like, okay, never mind, I'm getting out. The cat is going to dive after them, and that's going to mean the escape route has been put in place. But man,
it just doesn't matter. Sivir's damage is too high at level 2.
In the meantime, bit of a battle here as Fate's going to go down. That's the resonating strike. We knew that he was going to fall, but Croco not able to get anything in response. And this game, last time around, DRX were able to get that first blood, start off on a decent footing. This time around, it's all D+ Kia.
Under control, but because of that play, they actually do get a huge edge. As let's watch how this one started off. The scatter is dodged, but it forces Fate to kite left, where Canyon actually catches him, can connect the Q there, and just jump past Croco for the kill.
Yep. Croco is going to now start his work on the Hextech Drake. Not able to poke her in the eye, unfortunately. So that is going to be Croco returning the favor from game 1.
Yeah, I think that's what he was thinking, is just I'm going to smite poke. Okay, Beryl.
Oh, yeah, there it is. But Doctom's here with the answer, trying to get aggressive. Kellen has to use the exhaust here, and things are getting real dangerous, and this is where the real danger comes in. Showmaker coming down towards his bottom side. Gets the flash out of Doctom.
You see that orb, and you flash.
Oh, yeah.
Might not have seen the Syndra before that. I think they probably did with that control ward, but when you see that orb, you flash, no questions asked. Doctom gets out of dodge. But that's huge, actually, that Croco steals away the Rift Herald here. That's a lot of gold they can pick up here. Could change the way this top lane is going to go potentially here, or actually drop it mid.
Sonic Wave doesn't quite find the mark. Deft here as well, on the hunt at the ready. Collapse is coming through. Rascal, no teleport available, but isn't showing on the map. He could theoretically be walking down. Nature's Grasp comes in, but once again, it's a little bit early. Deft has the spell shield, but it is going to make sure that they guarantee the Drake. Can they survive the fight, though, as Doctom throws through the ultimate? He's going down so incredibly low, though. The flash comes in from Deft, and the exhaust is there to confirm the kill. Now Croco is fighting against Canyon, flashes the wall very, very nicely to keep himself alive. Or at least for now. Showmaker not going to be able to quite find it. Might have been Charizard, but it felt third generation to me.
Yeah.
As, okay. D+ Kia, can they get themselves the steal? They want to do so to avoid the soul point that will be available here. Could potentially just go for a fight instead, as now Croco getting a bunch of this help back. There's the Nature's Grasp, as now he's just looking for depth. Dives towards him. That's going to be the secure of the Dragon for D+ Kia, and it's a disaster in its entirety for DRX. Oh my goodness, it couldn't have gone more wrong, as the Q does miss there from Canyon, but he's got a safeguard. The skate over the wall. Is the Q going to connect? No. But Doctom is on the wrong side of the planet. Now, Deft is going to come on in. I guess no one really wants to try and tango with this Zeri, who's now underneath the turret. Deft does eventually take it down.
And Yeah, okay, well.
I've cast
He's not alone.
Canna twice,
Yeah.
unless
Cat and Elise are coming down.
just barely breezed past him there. As the final chapter comes in, they know that he cannot move, gets kicked back, and there's the Nara into the wall. A very dead Jax that was just trying to split push, and then a blind dude with a cat came into his lane.
The grasping at straws for DRX in the series is very, very strong. As TP is going to be committed to, they can actually cross-map this. Showmaker can buy unlimited time, clears the wave.
Yeah. Now they can dive onto him, but Canyon's just going to dive over. There is the final chapter. It's a fair bit invested as they just boop him into the Dragon Pit. Nature's Grasp going to come through. Canna is out of this fight completely, but that teleport is just about to be back up yet again. Then he can start recharging that Narbar one more time. He's going to go home, get that health back. DRX is going to desperately try and secure this Dragon in the meantime. Fate going a little bit too far forward there, but does a lot of work onto Showmaker in that backline. Rascal now takes control of the Drake, but here comes Canna. He doesn't have any Narbar, but does he even need it? Fate is going to be taken down first. That's another kill for the Sivir. Canyon grabs another, and the Dragon is just going to be forgotten because D+ here just want to kill all of DRX's members. It is finally going to be taken down here, but now it's hide and seek as DRX attempts to escape.
It looked like the fight that would never end, but Kana surviving is massive, comes in there, hops over the wall. He's not done yet either. He's got a Yumi on his back, and he wants to make sure this is a full wipe. Rascal also out of luck, and this may be the beginning of the end of this game.
Oh, there's the counter-strike. There he goes, 1,000 gold for the Jax, so that is definitely good news, but the good news is going to stop there for a moment because now Croco is circling the drain. There he goes, but still, Rascal, last man standing, is going to be able to pick up a bunch of extra money. It's less the sort of big circle of death that you can have. It's Twisted Advance to get Croco in there, but immediately he wants to get out. The Kick Flash going to come through there, and Def handed yet another kill. And without the jungler, I think it might be Baron Time Wolf. I'm not entirely sure.
I think you could be sure of that. A pretty bizarre call from Croco here to go in when his team is still managing that mid wave. At least they could trade it for Soul Point, but Soul Point's not even sold.
To help defend for Doctarm, but I think D+ Kia might be equipped with a little bit more destructive power onto this base. As Fate has to flash. I don't think it's going to be enough to save him here as Def gets yet another kill. He is on such a rampage right now, even though it isn't necessarily literally a rampage, and he's also just going to get taken down. The Jax turning up in the nick of time, and it feels like Def's one weakness. The Boomerang connects onto Croco, hop to buy some space. Nice sidestep, but I don't think it's going to be enough to save Croco's life, who just gets electrocuted. My goodness. And this Nexus turret, not long for the world. Can D+ Kia actually do it right here and confirm and solidify their first 2-0 win of the season? Final chapter comes in, going to be answered by a stopwatch being broken by Rascal, gets himself out of the way. The Unleashed Power comes in from Showmaker, so that's a button that isn't going to be available. However, it is going to spell the end of this Nexus turret as well. So Naked Nexus now for D+ to try and take down. Canna charging up his Narbar, but Doctarm actually does a fair bit of damage at this stage of the game.
He has GA, so he can just engage and sacrifice his first health bar.
Yeah, that's true. Just going to be that body into that front line. The wallop is going to be fantastic. Counter-Strike doesn't last forever, even though he wishes it could. As, oh no! Not quite enough to be able to take down the Jax there as Croco is going to fall. Canyon gets it as he's getting Bramble smashed away. D+ Kia just trying to get as many of the extra kills as they can.
Def's like, check those inhibitor timers. I've been here before.
All right, I can tell you, we still got like 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes, Wolf. I think we're going to be fine. Although they haven't done very much damage to this Nexus right now. As, oh, Sonic Wave going to miss, but the Scat of the Week is pretty good, Rascal. The one dangerous thing in Def's mind right now as Boomerang Blade comes in, but Showmaker this time the Unleashed Power is going to come back up again and isn't going to be mitigated by the Jax. And finally, the Nexus will go down. D+ Kia, 2-0 victory in the first match for the LCK. The Got Barrel is my favorite part from that one. Of course, you can remember Def talking about Barrel staying up all night to try and take down his former team. Well, now Def is on that former team, and so is probably pretty keen to make sure that he can stand his ground against the guy that...
Thank you very much, guys. This is Ji-sun for the very first PUG interview translation. For the opening match of the LCK 2023 Spring Split, we're here joined by Def and Canyon from D plus Kia. How do you feel, Canyon?
일단 첫 경기
Yeah, I
개막전이었는데
mean,
이겨서
This was our
엄청
first
다행이고
match, and I'm so
기분이
relieved that
네,
we
데프트
won and
선수는
it feels
어떠세요?
great.
저도 이겨서 기분
Yeah,
좋고
same.
또
I'm happy that we won,
무엇보다
and
뭐
also
한 명이 잘한 것보다
it's not about
다섯 명
like
다
one
자기
player
역할
stood out.
잘해서
All five of
좋은
us
것
were
같습니다.
playing so well,
승리도
so I'm really
모자라서
happy for that.
개막전 POG에 또 주인공이 되셨는데요. 이렇게
Congratulations on
압도적으로
winning
오늘
the first
승리를
match and
가져갈 수
also
있을
winning the
거라고 예상하셨는지
POGs.
궁금합니다, 캐년
Were you
선수.
expecting this much of a
일단
stump?
뱀픽이 저희 원하는 대로
I
잘
think the
나와서
draft went as we planned.
게임 잘 할 수
So
있겠다고
it was
생각했습니다.
smooth
네,
sailing.
뱀픽에 대한 이야기를 해주셔서
Speaking
저희가
of
여쭤보고
the
싶은데
draft,
개막전
I have a
1세트
question
때
about your
POG를
comp.
남겨줬던 픽이 앨리스였습니다.
So you won
솔랭에서는
your very
요즘
first
핫한
POG of
픽으로
the
제가
split
알고는
on
있는데
Elise, a
대회에서는
very popular
941
pick in
만에
solo
등장을
queue as
했다고
well.
해요.
However,
미리 준비해
it took
오신 픽인지
longer than
궁금합니다.
900 days
네,
for Elise to
미리
make a comeback in the
준비해갖고
LCK.
그냥 상황이 좋으면
I prepared this
언제든 꺼낼 수
pick
있는
for the
자신감이
season,
있어서
and I was pretty
그냥
confident
꺼내게
in Elise. You know, I was
제가
always
들어보니까
ready to pull her off.
디플러스 기아의 2군에서도 앨리스가 등장을 했다고 하는데 좀
I also
앨리스를
heard
실적으로
Elise
높이 평가하는
was
걸까요?
picked from the D plus Kia CL matches as well.
까지 모르겠는데 그냥
Well,
사실
yeah, I
정글
mean,
솔직히 다양하게 나올
I'm
수
not sure
있다고
about how
생각해서
which pick they
그냥
prefer,
그중
but I think right now Elise is a
원하는 거
very
한
strong pick
아,
in the
그럼
jungle
앞으로도
role.
계속해서 활용 가능성이 좀 있다 이렇게 제가 해석을 해보도록 하겠습니다. 자
And
그리고
let's move
1세트에
on or go back to game
승리를
number
언제 가장
one.
크게 가져왔냐 돌이켜 보면
Looking
3년
at
때
back at
나르공이
game number
대박
one, I
나면서
think
승리를
the
확
Nar
가져왔던 것
ult
같습니다.
was
데프트
the most
선수 이
decisive
장면에서 어떤
play
생각하셨는지 궁금해요.
in that game.
사실 연습 때도 창동이가
I mean, even in
나를 할
screams,
때마다
whenever
비슷한
Kana
장면 많이
plays
보여줘서
Nar, he just makes that play, you know,
편안하게
multi-man
게임했던 것
Nar into the wall. So
네,
it was really
그렇게
comfortable
칸나
playing with
선수도
this
오늘 멋진
Nar.
활약을 보여주셨고 데프트 선수도 너무 좋은
But
경기를
Def, you as well
펼쳐주셨는데
performed
오늘 경기를
so
쭉 보니까
well.
벌써부터 팀 합이 너무 잘 맞는
And
것
D
같습니다.
plus Kia
이렇게
is
새로운
already
얼굴들과
flexing a great
빠르게 합을
teamwork
맞출 수
in the
있었던
very
비결이
first
뭔가요,
day
캐년
of the
선수?
new season. How were you
일단
able to
연습도
build
좀
up so
빨리
much of a,
시작하기도 했고
you know, chemistry
다
so
좀
fast? We
다
kind of
잘하면
started,
알아서 잘
you know, screaming
맞춰진다고
very
생각해서
early, and we were pretty
팀원들이 다
confident
잘해서
in
그런
all
것
of our five
아,
players'
실력이
performance.
분위기를 만들었다. 좋은 말씀입니다. 제가 사전 인터뷰를 좀 봤는데
And also in the
모든 팀원들이
interview we
팀원들에
watched
대한
earlier,
만족도가 굉장히
I think
높더라고요,
every five
데프트
players are
선수.
pretty
이렇게
content with the
분위기를 좋게 만드는데
roster
가장 1등
alongside
공신이
of
누구라고
the
생각하시나요?
D plus Kia.
아무래도
Yeah, I
이제
mean,
원래 있었던
you know,
민규랑
Kellen,
버스가
Canyon, Showmaker, they were
새로 들어온
already
애들한테
on
저를
D plus
포함해서
Kia,
특히
and they were really helping
같은
us to
것도
gel
없고
in
잘
and, you know,
대해줘서
create a
분위기가
great
좋은 것 같습니다.
atmosphere within
좋습니다.
each
그럼
other.
캐논
So
선수에게
yeah, I'm
비슷한
enjoying
질문
my
하나 더
time here in D plus
드려볼까
Kia.
하는데 원딜이 맞바뀌었잖아요. 그게 오늘
And
경기의
Canyon, yeah, we
굉장히
had a
관전
jersey
포인트였습니다.
swap, you know.
이번에는 데프트
Deft
선수와 함께
joined
하면서
D
덕담
plus
선수를
Kia and
승리하게
Tokdam
되는데
actually
그러니까 좀
went
기분이
to
어떠신가요?
DRX. How was playing against Tokdam on the
네.
other side of the
솔직히
map?
막상 경기하니까 그냥
Well, like, to be honest,
적응이 된 거니까
as the game started, you know,
생각 없고 경기에
I
집중했습니다.
was not paying attention to the
데프트
fact that
선수는
I'm now
반대로
playing
이제
against my
베릴
former
선수를
teammate
상대하게
Tokdam. I just
되셨잖아요.
focused on my own
기분이
plays.
어떠셨어요? 라인전하면서는
What about
조금
you,
이상했을 수도
Deft?
있을 것 같거든요.
How was playing against Beryl?
사실 경기 전에만 그런 기분이 좀 들지.
Yeah,
경기
I mean, like, I was
들어가면
thinking
베릴이
about
아니라
that
그냥 룰루
before the game
네,
started, but
유미
as the
이렇게
game started, it was
생각하고
only
게임에서
Lulu or Yumi
네,
on the
딱히
Rift.
의식은 안
I
됐던 것
was
아,
not,
그런
you know,
것들이 또 경기에
very
집중을
well
하게
aware of the
만들어주는
fact that I was
요소였던 것
playing
같습니다.
against
캐논
Beryl
선수
as
오늘
the
경기를
game got
전체적으로
started.
보니까 동선을 다 좀 바텀 쪽으로 짜시더라고요.
Canyon, today, I think you
아무래도
played
이번 메타에서
around
바텀의
the
중요성이
bottom
가장
lane
크다라고 평가하시는
in
걸까요?
both two games. Do you think bot lane is the most kind of influential role right now in the current meta?
뭐 그래도
Yeah, right now,
컨셉에
this
따라
meta is all about the
상체로도
impact
갈수
of the
있다고
bottom
생각해서
lane has.
그냥
And
픽이
also,
주어진
but
픽에
sometimes it will
따라서
come
잘
down to the comp
해야
and
한다고 생각합니다.
what kind of
네,
concept
알겠습니다.
we've got with
이번
our
스프링
draft.
시즌의 개막전을 장식한 두 분인 만큼 이번 스프링 시즌 목표가 좀
And I think this
궁금한데요.
is a great
데프트
start
선수부터
to your
어떤
spring
목표
split.
이루시고 싶은지
What is your
들어보겠습니다.
goal, Deft, for the spring split?
사실 뭐 앞서서 인터뷰에서도
I think you guys also
나왔지만 이제
saw in the
제가
interview
좀
VCR.
성취감을 느끼려면은
And in order for
못해본
me
걸 해봐야
to
되는데
feel
그게
some
이제
sort of
한
accomplishment
시즌을
and
통째로
feel
우승해보는
proud of
것밖에 안
myself, I
남아서
think it's all
해보고
about, you know,
싶습니다.
winning the
와,
entire year
정말 높은 목표고 팬분들이
So I wanna
아마
win
기분
spring,
좋아하실 것
summer,
같은데
and,
캐년
you know,
선수는 어떤 목표를 갖고
up until
계신가요?
Worlds.
저도
What about you,
일단
Canyon?
MSI 우승
I-
안 해봐서
One thing I miss
이번에
is winning
잘해가지고
MSI,
가서
so I hope I can make
MSI까지
it
우승해보고
happen this
싶습니다.
year.
네, 좋습니다.
I really
그럼
want to win
마지막으로
MSI this
캐년
year.
선수가 팀을 대표해서 팬분들께 한 말씀
Lastly, Canyon,
부탁드리겠습니다.
any message for all the fans?
팬분들 우승을 이번에
Thank you
항상 응원해
so much for your support, as always.
열심히 하겠습니다. 네, 감사합니다.
And we will keep doing our best. Thank
감사합니다.
you.
여기까지 캐년
This will
선수와
be the end of
데프트
the interview
선수와
from
이야기
Kenyon
나눠봤습니다.
Depth
승리
from Deepless
축하드립니다.
Kia and back to the no
감사합니다.
carpet carpet space. Thank you.